What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm about to go do some thrifting, make a vlog, but figure I'd show you real quick some of my organization, some of my inventory system. Been getting a lot of questions about it. It's nothing special. It's nothing glorious, that's for sure, but nonetheless, I'll show you what I'm doing. So basically, I just organize my stuff based on a theme that I can remember. Like, I have all my shoes over in these two shelves here. I sort my shoes by brand. I don't have like the A1, A2 tote, stuff like that. I really don't want to go through and just add all that from my old inventory. Also, I feel like when things sell, sometimes you get a tote that's all almost empty, and then you want to have the space, so you want to condense it. And then if you condense it into another tote, you have to go change it in the listing to match that tote. Otherwise, things just get mixed up. For me, you know, if I need to find a pair of shoes and they're Brooks, I can just go over to the Brooks tote. Look in there, I'm going to find it very quick. You know, for like Nike, I have two totes here. So I might not know which tote the Nike I'm looking for is, but it's still very quick to find. Now, if I was selling, you know, a lot more items, like thousands upon thousands, you know, this system probably wouldn't work. And then I just have a couple shoe totes where there's shoes that I don't sell like that brand as much, so they're just in the random totes, which makes those easy to find. Then I have like plush totes, you know, I have totes for clothing. I have the jackets in a closet. I have bulky stuff just sitting on the shelf, like the bulky shoe boxes. I also have another room with my listed inventory for bulky stuff as well. No, I have a parts tote, a small electronics tote. I have a tote where I put my remotes, like 3 totes for just miscellaneous type items. So really, when it comes to finding stuff, I can find it very quick. However, sometimes I do something stupid, like the other day I had a remote that went with a unit that I was parting out, and I guess at some point when I had the parts with it, I said, I'll just put the remote with the parts. When it sold, obviously I went right to where I'm supposed to keep my remotes, and it wasn't there, and I'm like, where could it be? Searching every single tote. And eventually I found it on top of the speakers that I was parting out. And then that's when I realized, oh yeah, I set that there because for some reason I thought I would remember. You're not going to remember, trust me. So try to stay organized somehow. But for me, that's what I do. Like I said, it's not glorious. There's no big secret to it. You just want to find stuff quickly and be able to move on and get it shipped out to save some time. But I'm off. I'm going to hit a few Goodwills and see what I can find to sell. I have made it inside of Goodwill, and I've already found a couple interesting things for reals, brand new. I also found this Crocodile Mile vintage, you know, like sliding toy, water toy. And I thought that was going to be really good. It was priced $25. It is used. And oddly enough, it's just not selling for a lot of money, unfortunately. But we're going to keep looking. I ended up putting that back. Some of the pool floats I've talked about selling for like $300 of vintage things. So I thought this Crocodile Mile would be better. And I think it was missing pieces. So that's definitely going back. Checking out this stuff here, I see this Sanitaire vacuum, and I'm like, oh, some of these commercial vacuums are actually really good money. I was trying to research it. I couldn't see the model on the bottom. There were people looking at it, and I saw some comps for similar ones selling quite high in the hundreds, so I'm just like, I'm just going to buy it, right? You can always return stuff like that. I got 7 days to return it at this Goodwill. Now, here's a ceramic Christmas tree I see, and I realize it's not old. It's Mr. Christmas, which some Mr. Christmas stuff can be quite valuable. However, I did buy it, ended up giving it to my mom. She was looking for, you know, ceramic Christmas tree, so that's where that went. At this Goodwill, I see some of this flatware. It's $9.99. It's vintage. It's not in super good shape. The case is kind of beat up. I ended up deciding to buy it, and oddly enough, when I went to pay for it, the manager saw it and said that I told them the price at $7.99. So I got it for $7.99. She took the sticker off and sold it to me for that. So that's very rare for that to happen. So I'm in Home Depot now, and I'm seeing all these shower head clearance deals, and they're all empty. But if you caught the last video, that's because I bought them all. I'm in Home Depot again. I'm checking to see if there's anything new. So I don't know, it's probably a few days after that video, I imagine. I don't remember exactly the timeline, but we're going up the Home Depot aisles here, and I've been getting asked a lot about, you know, if I go up and down every aisle or if there's a clearance section. I usually go up and down every aisle because you just never know where there's going to be clearance. And you can see I got some interesting things in my cart here. And here's one of the end caps. Like a lot of stores, it just depends how they're run. They put some of the stuff on the end cap to try to move it. And just waiting for this guy so I can check out some things, see if there's anything else I want to buy. But I always recommend you got to go up and down every aisle because they don't put, stuff out there. And if you're looking for clearance, you're only checking those end caps, you're probably going to miss something good. So I always try to go up and down every aisle, even though it takes a lot of time. Now, these stores are big, and yeah, you can spend quite a bit of time just going up and down every aisle looking. Some exercise, though, I desperately need. So back in a Goodwill, we're checking out the electronics, the appliances here, trying to find something that's actually cheap. There's that Crocodile Mile I put back. This is the next day, so I do find some stuff. I got this boombox in here. I got some LL Bean shoes, which I actually just shipped those out yesterday. They sold for $30. And here's another unit. This one's a Sony. It's got the wrong remote with it. It was priced pretty high. This Goodwill, 9 out of 10 times you see something interesting like this Pile wireless speaker, it's just going to be priced way too high. But you never know. Just the other day I picked a $100 item that was only $5 there, and everything else around it was priced ridiculous. So you just really never know. Goodwill is like a slot machine. It just depends on who's pricing, really. So here's some dolls down here I'm checking out. Nothing special that I can tell. Looks like something you would have got at Big Lots, something like that, right? Lots of plush to look through. There's a Mickey I see, which most Mickey and Disney stuff like that, they're just not worth picking up. Some are very valuable, though. You just have to know what you're looking for. And as always, if you enjoy the video, hit that like button for me. It really helps the video out. I appreciate it. Over in this Goodwill, we're checking out this shelf as well. And this kind of aisle is always hit and miss. These picture frames and stuff like that. But I did get some great finds today, and I'm about to show you everything I did find today. Check it out. This is my haul for today. Got some interesting items. Kind of like this Sanitaire vacuum. And I knew Sanitaire can make some pretty high-end units. I bought this kind of because of peer pressure, because I found a Dyson the other day in one of my videos. It was $20, and I was talking about how I could make money on it, how I could part it out even if it didn't work right, still make money. But I didn't really want to mess with it, so I just passed on it, and everyone was like, why didn't you buy the Dyson? You could make money. And I'm like, I know, I said I could make money. I just, for whatever reason, didn't feel like messing with it. So I saw this one for $19.99, and I said, well, I better buy it because everyone will be mad if I don't. So a little bit of peer pressure, but it's, I can make money on it, so I'm not really mad. I'm just, talking here. It seems to be in good condition. Now, I was trying to look this up in the store. I had a bunch of women circling me, looking at it. I think they wanted it, so I just ended up buying it. I saw some that was selling, pre-owned for over $300. I didn't know if it was the one that I had. It looks like it probably isn't. When I got home, was able to find the model number. Still, these are $400 vacuums new. At $20, I do think I can make about $50 profit on it. I can take it apart right there, ship it a bit easier. That's another thing. Shipping these is just a pain. I typically don't like to do it because you can't price them very high, because the shipping on this is probably gonna be $35-40. A buyer's not going to pay for the shipping and the price that you're, what they're worth, really. Maybe it's something you could sell locally. It's a commercial business type Sanitaire brand. Super quiet, clean, whatever they're called there. I'm going to try to make $50 on it. I can also part it out. I think I saw the canisters selling for like $35-40. The hose, the attachments are all there. But I'll make some money on it. I just find it funny that I didn't want to buy the Dyson, but I ended up buying this one instead. So I believe this is a pretty good find. This W.M. Rogers vintage silverware set, silver plated. It's got the paperwork here, the case. I don't know if it's actually complete. There's another stamp down there. They only wanted $9.99 for it, so I was going to buy it. It looked like the comps were anywhere between $75 to $100 on some of these sets like this. But when I went up there, the manager saw the price, and she said, I told them the price is $7.99, not $9.99. And she tore the tag off and told the cashier to sell it to me for $7.99. So I said, oh, well, yeah, okay, thanks. That's something that doesn't happen very often, but in this condition, I'm going to shoot for at least $50 profit there. Also, I should mention this kind of stuff is great to part out. I've sold lots of it loose. You know, you sell a couple forks, a set of 3 forks, whatever, break it down. You might be able to make more money that way. I'm probably not going to do that because I don't want to take the time to do it. I'm just going to sell it all as is. So back here, I got this Panasonic vintage kind of boombox, and I wasn't going to pick this up. It was $9.99, and a lot of times these aren't very good, but there wasn't a lot listed. I checked Terapeak and I saw some that sold between $45 and $75. It's got the cord and everything. It's in pretty good condition. If it's working properly, you know, I'll probably put it on there for $75. Currently, there's none listed. Give it a shot, try to make some money. Here's a new in-box Grapevine Scentsy warmer, and this was $5.99. I just figured it was kind of basic and not going to be worth picking up, but looked it up, and between $30 and $40, I believe I was seeing comps for these. So glad I looked it up. Should end up making some decent profit on that in the end. And here's another thing I almost didn't look up because I've found these, Aris routers before, and I used to sell them on Amazon before, you know, the brand was restricted. You get some decent money. This one's a bit unique. And $4.99, I looked it up, and yeah, the comps are looking pretty good. I think these was around $40 as well. Looks like it's in complete good condition. Then we got these LL Bean moccasin style shoes, and they're in really good condition. They look to be vintage. And I've sold different LL Bean shoes like this before. And since they were only $4.99 at Goodwill, I decided, well, I'll look up this model just to see if it's selling. Looks like it's selling very well. Anywhere from $25 to $45 for these, and these being in good condition, I'm probably going to price them like $30. Go from there. Should make some great profit on them. So I bought one of these Tripoli games. I've sold this one before on Amazon for about $69.99 if I'm remembering right. They're rare to find with all the chips and the cards to be able to sell them on Amazon and be in good condition because this cheap plastic just breaks down over the years. Well, how did it get retaped? I've already opened this. That's a mystery. $2.99. It's in very good condition. It's got all the chips, the cards, and everything. So I'm like, yeah, I'll buy it, but I was looking on Amazon. It's no longer on there, which is unfortunate. People are still buying these on eBay, though. So I should be able to sell it for like $20, $25 plus shipping. Still make some great profit in the end. This is kind of crazy. This For Real Love Cubs, brand new. Now, I was in Goodwill and I was noticing, oh, there's quite a few resellers in here right now. I think 3 or 4. One was in the same aisle as me and wasn't really expecting to find anything. And I just walked by this and I'm like, is this brand new sealed? Like, yeah, it is. Like, they must have this price like ridiculous. Flipped it over. I'm like, $12.99. That's pretty good. It's probably worth it. Looked it up and I did see some listed for like $85 to $100. Not a lot selling though. If you look 3 years back of history on Terapeak, you can definitely see some sales, but still new, sealed, something like this for $12 I'm going to pick up because I can sell that. I'll probably list it for like $70, so I have the cheapest one on eBay. New. Just kind of wait until someone picks it up. All this kind of stuff I buy like this, it always sells eventually. You know, I'm not looking for a super fast sale on something like this. Up here, I decided to buy this Mr. Christmas ceramic Christmas tree. If you watch the channel, you know it's on my bucket list to find a old one, a vintage one that's worth a lot of money. This one is not worth a whole lot for resale, that's for sure. You know, I could probably resell it for like $25, maybe $30 max. I just bought it. I'm going to see. My mom's been wanting one, so it's probably going to go to her. If she doesn't want it, you know, I'll just use it. Why not? I ended up getting some good clearance deals today. I got a couple of these chandeliers. I only have one on the table, but they were $38 marked down from $150. It looked like they were selling for about $160 on Amazon with somewhat decent rank. I think it was like $1 million, which is pretty good for like home improvement type stuff. They're also selling pretty good on eBay, not for as much. Around $100 it was looking like. So possible I sell them on eBay. Fees on something like this is probably gonna be close to $50 on Amazon anyway, and having $40 into it, I might actually make more on eBay just because of the size. But still, I'm thinking making like about $120 for the two, so worth picking up. Then I got these mailbox slots that you install on a door. These were like $8 marked down from $35. I should be able to make $15 a piece selling them on Amazon. Got some memories of about 10 years ago. I got some of these, the the oiled bronze ones, which I remember being more rare. Not long after I started selling on Amazon, to be honest, and I remember getting a bunch of them. And they're selling for a lot, like $60, $70 I remember on Amazon, just because the stock on there was so low and I just happened to have a bunch of them. So we made a lot of money. These 15 a piece, you got 30, it was like $60 there. So I'll definitely take that. And these I think are a really good clearance find. These are Milwaukee Fuel. They're like the extended magazines for nail guns, and they're $25 a piece, marked down from $100. A lot of times you see tool stuff like this that's marked down 75%. You look it up and you know they're selling for $25 new, so they wouldn't be worth picking up. These are looking pretty good though. There's two different ones here. One of them was selling better. Sell-through rate's good on both of them. Anywhere from $75 to like $85. Of course, they're going to be easy to ship. I'm probably just going to ship them just like this in the box, put a label on them. And this kind of stuff appreciates over time because as these things get older, stores quit carrying them. And when people need replacement magazines or another magazine, they just have to turn to online and you can get full value. If Home Depots are clearancing these everywhere in the world, a lot of people might be buying them and trying to sell them. It's going to flood the market. And then everyone starts lowering their prices. And they might go down to $25, but I'm not going to sell mine for that. I'll hold on to them. I say this every time I buy clearance because a lot of people just don't get it. They see a video like this where I'm saying I'm going to sell this for $75, $85. They look it up and then they see that they're selling for $20 or $25 and you're like, oh, this guy's full of it, right? Or it could be one of those things where the price just holds up, you know, right away and I make a lot of money quick. But I don't know. I think $35 to $40 profit a piece on these. I got 9 of them here, it looks like. So that's going to be some really good profit coming in once they all sell. There it is, everybody. That's my haul for today. If you enjoyed the video, do me the favor of hitting that like button. It really helps me out. Make sure you're subscribed. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Till next time.